go. There's a countdown when it starts. It's just like 3, 2, 1. Here we are. It's Pastor Ryan Pronzinski
and Pastor Raul Garcia, and we are here for our little R&R, but a day later. So I think if y'all were expecting it on Tuesday, we're keeping you on your toes.
Threw a curveball at you.
Yeah, so I'm glad that we're here and that we're here to share with you in this beautiful, sunny, glorious day during Lent. Yeah, so...
And you want me to jump in?
Sure.
So we've got a potentially challenging text coming up this Sunday, but there is good news in it. What makes it hard is it's about a poor man named Lazarus and a rich man that takes no notice of him until the rich man's in a bad spot.
Yeah, and I mean, in reading, because I get to preach this Sunday in reading, and out of all the parables that Jesus said and had people learn lessons, Lazarus is the only person that he actually names. And so that's kind of amazing that out of all these lessons that he taught the disciples and Pharisees and taught in temples and stuff, that this is the only person that he's named. He only the son or whatever. And so it's kind of neat to go through this and to read some and go through the Greek with it too, and to figure out, what are we trying to say, with this, and and it's like you said, it's a hard gospel, and it's one of those things. Are we married to our money? Are we married to our materialistic things that? There we go. We are back.
Raul was saying, are we married to our money?
Are we married to our things? And I think I heard this from somewhere. You don't see a hearse with a U-Haul behind it. So what are we bringing with us? And Lazarus, who was a poor man who was begging at the gate of this rich person, and they talked about this rich person who wore purple and fine linen, and purple was a color of royalty and stuff, and he just turned his nose to him and didn't help. And and we have bowls here, and how would it have been if they would have sat and shared a meal like you said?
My question before we started filming this, the text says there's a great chasm between Lazarus and the rich man. And it actually gets even wider as the story goes on, because Jesus kind of paints this cosmic picture of Lazarus in the bosom of Abraham and the rich man kind of in Hades, which is just the land of the dead, right? And so in life they were far apart, and then in life after life they're even further apart. And the text that comes right before the story is that you can't love God and money. And I just thought to myself, it's not that we have to just give every cent in our wallet to everybody we come across, but like this man sat outside his gates every day, and it's like, what if Lazarus and the rich man had just gotten together around a bowl of soup and gotten to know one another, and how the story might have gone differently? That's kind of my wonderment.
Yeah, and it's also one of those things that there's nothing wrong with having money. There's nothing wrong with having things and being happy and all that stuff, but it's what we do with it and how we serve other people and how we can just be people of God and to share grace and hope and love with everybody, and not turn our head up or our nose up because we think we're too good for people. And that's, this story is a great reminder of that we need to be able to serve our brothers and sisters, whoever they are, wherever they are, whether we're rich, whether we're poor, we're middle class or whatever, that we need to be there.
And so here's the good news, friends, because I have to share this. If you find yourself down and out like Lazarus, right? Lazarus doesn't do anything to be drawn up into the bosom of Abraham. He makes no profession of faith. He doesn't say a sinner's prayer. He doesn't do any good deeds. He just lays there and dies, right? And he is raised up into the bosom of Abraham, right? So that is where God's grace is present in the story. And then what that says to us is that when we lay down with the people who are feeling like they're down in the dirt, that God will draw us along with that person up to the bosom of Abraham, which is just to say to the heart of God. And I think that's a really beautiful message. When we give in faith and we connect with people that are down in the dirt in faith, God promises to draw us up into life with God. And that's a beautiful thing. Even if it's around a simple bowl of soup, we have these because tonight is our soup suppers.
Yeah, so remember that it's the season of Lent, and we have soup from 5 to 6:15, and then our Lent services at 6:30. And during our services, we've been having people from our congregation as speakers and people who are sharing their faith and their things, and they've been amazing speakers so far. So don't miss out on our Lent services. And Sunday mornings, we hope to see you.
Time. So soup starting at 5 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. Worship at 6:30 tonight. And then Sunday
mornings at 9 o'clock and 10:45. So we hope to see you there. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye. And welcome to this low budget production. Bye.
Oh, it even did fireworks. Look at that. Love that. I don't know why.